Hello everyone, it's Olivia from DOS Tarot. I am here today to do a energy reading. Just the current energy reading is what I've been calling it. And it's just the energy that comes down. Whatever comes, I'll accept and lay it out. I do, however, this is a new deck I got for Christmas, and it's really interesting. It's called the Dream Decoder, and all of the fronts are different. It's interesting. Now, I don't have the full deck because when I got them, half of them were caved in and the other were caved out, so it was like constantly fighting to keep them together. I keep them in rubber bands. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and start. Now, today's Wednesday, February the 10th. So I'm going to go ahead and start. Let's see what we get for. I like to use this kind of like an overall thing just to get a feel for the cards, to see what they're like. There's a description on the back. I usually don't read all of it, and some of them I've been. Ooh. Now this one. Oh. Can you guess what it is? It's somebody feels being lost or losing something. And I'm not going to read all of it. I'm going to jump down to where I think it starts best. I'm going to start here at in the waking life. You may be feeling confused or directionless, or that you don't fit in or aren't up to a task or situation. The dream could be prompting you to take an honest look at your life, to identify what's causing such feelings. If you lose someone you know in a dream, perhaps he or she represents aspects of yourself you feel you're losing touch with. Losing keys or a phone may symbolize a sense of exclusion. If the lost item is precious or indispensable, it could stand for a broken or interrupted relationship. Perhaps you need to give yourself time to grieve, let go, and heal before you can move forward. Dreams of abandonment tend to have similar meanings, since loss is often perceived as abandonment at a deep psychological level. Oh, it looks like a whirlpool or a vortex, or that water that goes down the tub when you pull the plug out. Wow. Okay, so let's just see what the energy is here. When I was shuffling and clearing the cards, I didn't really feel any energy. It was kind of strange, because usually when I'm sitting here shuffling, I kind of go in a daze or something. I don't know what it is really, but it's like I can start feeling things and perceiving things, but I didn't now, so I don't know. Let's see what we get. These do not flip out, I tell you. They're made out of plastic. They're real stiff, and they don't stick together. They're real slippery. Anyway, I'm going to be doing the Celtic Cross for this reading. And the first card out would be you in the reading. Oh my gosh, the King of Cups. We all know that the King of Cups is a masculine that's very loving, sometimes a little needy, sensitive. They're not afraid of intimacy. What's crossing it? The Four of Pentacles. They may be blocking themselves off. The heart chakra, the mind chakra, perhaps. To me, it looks like the mind chakra's working overboard. It's like that big circle, that halo around that pentacle. I don't know if you can see it through the camera, but definitely blocking the heart chakra. And look at that angry face. It's like somebody's mad. That's interesting. And down here is what you're feeling. I consider this the gut, when you know something's not right. This is the Seven of Cups. Now, to me, that does mean that there's illusions here on making a choice, and perhaps the choice, maybe you've made bad choices in the past, maybe you're headed that way again. These cups are full of things that you just can't, they're not something that last. They're short-lived. They're bright and shiny and pretty, but the inside is not what it appears on the outside. And what you're thinking? A new beginning. A new big beginning. Now this is the Pentacles, so of course we all know that the Pentacles can buy materialism. Anything you can think of is what these coins are for. Now this could be, when I see this, I always think of like a new home with a little trellis in the front yard, a walkway, flowers along the side. They look like lilies or tulips, I can't decide. It could be a, there's something that the divine is trying to reward you for, something that you've completed. Let's keep going. And this is your recent past. The King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles in reverse. This is an energy that, this is someone that they become, usually they know their worth, and they work hard for their money, and they're very loyal in the upright. But in the reverse, it's like they're becoming more greedy with their money. They're hanging on to it. And maybe there's a loss of money here. Maybe there's a loss of work. Maybe there's a loss of income. Because you've got, this could also represent hoarding your money. Holding on to every little cent that you have. And this is what you're worried about, perhaps, is the lack of. But the divine is offering that to you. Recent past, I think there's been some kind of, we'll see, I'll have to wait and see. The Two of Pentacles is letting go of something. You can't continuously shuffle, or yo-yo, whatever you want to call that. You can't do that forever. That's why this hat on this person is so tall. It's because their mind is overthinking. Thinking about which path, which way should I go? What should I let go of so that I can have some peace? It's almost like overthinking, always, constantly. And then this is how you feel. Oh, no, I was afraid of that. I was thinking with this in the reverse, there could be a break in a relationship. There could be a break in a partnership here. This could be a business, because there's quite a few pentacles here. But this could also, this is a romantic connection, not necessarily love, but at least romantic, and possibly could lead. It could be close to even being a soulmate connection. These two people see each other as being so much alike that they're like twins almost. And I'm not going with the twin flame thing. I don't know enough about that. But this could actually be a twin or a soulmate connection, possibly. Some kind of partnership that's broken. These two people aren't the same as they used to be. That's interesting. And you are leaving somebody behind. Five of Pentacles is leaving someone behind. Making your own way. Maybe there was something, maybe there was some kind of community that you guys were in, and maybe it wasn't for you anymore. Maybe you changed your ways and want to leave. Or it could be a business. Oh, the Six of Wands. This is a victory. victory of finally letting go of something that was holding you back. This is the Knight of Swords. Now, this could be somebody that's gathering intel, observing, watching, trying to figure out what their next move could be, or if there's something else that needs to be cut. Some kind of guard. You're being, whoever this is for is being guarded. Let's clarify each of these real quick. And on the bottom of the deck, the Chariot. This is a Cancer card. And remember, this person felt lost. Dreams about being lost or trying and failing to find something or someone. Obviously anxiety related. Maybe there were two people involved. Let's just clarify. Start with the King of Cups. Oh my gosh. Now this is talking about the Wheel of Fortune. This is when things can change for somebody. And maybe that has some, whatever it was that you did, whoever this is for, whatever you did prior to this reading was something that was meant to happen. It could have been that you left somebody behind. I mean, that you literally left somebody, walked away from somebody. Because it was definitely destiny. This is a destiny card that tells me that this was meant to happen. And that's why you're getting the reward. It's hard. And it's sensitive for a King of Cups or a Queen. The genders, don't get stuck in the genders. This could be the same gender, or it could be whatever works for you guys. Because this has no zodiac sign assigned to it. This is just energy. And then what was crossing you was the Four of Pentacles. A judgment call. There was a judgment call made. I would suspect that with this, I would say that this is the divine making a judgment call on you before you make a final decision about something. It's kind of, to me, I see this, after seeing this, it almost makes me feel like this is some kind of test. A test to see if you're really going to be walking away from something that was hurtful. Or just something that wasn't working for you. This is like the divine is asking you to look at your past. Is there something there that you need to clear up? Because whatever you do at this point, any decision that's made is going to affect your future. Because this is a major life change. But you do have, there's something karmic here that needs to be cleared. Or it almost feels to me like it's a test from the divine. Because this is destiny. It was meant to happen. And then you get this, and it's like, are they still holding on to that thing that they don't want to let go of? That person, that job, whatever this is. And that's why judgment came up. It makes sense to me. You did it. You walked away from it. You left it behind, or you dropped it, whatever it was. But you're still holding on. Or you're still holding on with what's crossing you. And this is how you feel. The Seven of Cups. Ooh, this is going to be a permanent death. A death of a situation. Can you see it? Yeah. The Seven of Cups. In other words, to me, the death card in reverse is a permanent death. Because in the upright, it is both a death and a rebirth, which is beautiful. But in this sense, this is like saying the options that you've been making are the options that you may be looking at. Because this is how you feel. those options are not going to be available to you. It's like this energy of always looking and seeing what's out there, that is going to be removed from you. And it's going to be a permanent removal of that kind of energy of always looking like, is there something better out there for me? And it could be in a relationship, because if it's a job, it doesn't make sense for this to be here. Because if you don't have a job and you're looking constantly, that makes sense, even though it might not be the perfect choice. You might have to take it for the money. But this is like, I see these cups as people or emotions or feelings, so it's got something to do with people. And it's definitely going to be a death. This is going to be removed from your psyche. It's like it's going to remove that desire to always be looking. The Ace of Pentacles from the Divine. There is something out there for you to do. This is like a special project, or it could be some kind of missionary work. And it could actually be something that's humanitarian. These pentacles are for show. They're not for buying things. This is like to demonstrate your ability to show the skills that you have. It's like getting the recognition for the work that you do. And maybe you weren't getting that from something from the past. And then the recent past, the King of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody was enlightened about something. That's what triggered this. Somebody was enlightened. Because they've already been enlightened. Now all of what's happening here is killing time. Waiting. Probably the way I see it with this and this, it's almost like, God, did I make a mistake? Is this really what I want to do? And they're just unsure. In the near future, the Two of Pentacles. The Hermit in reverse. There's going to be no support for you. And I don't know in what sense that is, other than with the Hermit in the upright. This is somebody that goes within to find the answers. They don't expect to get answers from people around them, because everybody, if you ask 10 different people, you're going to get 10 different options on what you should do. Which option should I drop? Don't listen to other people. Don't rely on support from the outside. Rely on support from the inside. I'm going to leave it in the reverse, but you can, as a tarot reader, you can actually turn that around and have that energy go back to this person, so that they know that they need to look within themselves and not on the outside. Because everybody's going to have a different opinion. And the Two of Cups in reverse. Oh gosh. This is another card that's a lack of support. Always use, when the Star is in reverse, I always like to say that at least the only thing that this person can do at this time is to offer healing. But there's not a wish come true. There's not a new blessing. There's no hope. There's no hope here. You know, I almost feel like this is somebody that's leaving somebody behind, and they're too eager or too reluctant to move forward. And it could, I wonder if there's a fear that they might be rejected, even though they're the ones that are leaving somebody behind. Or this could just be that there's more strife. I'm going to get another card for the Two of Cups. Oh, the Empress. I think there was an Empress that was part of this union. And whoever this reading is for, you walked away from this Empress. She may have had, this is Aquarius and this is Taurus. So there's a possibility that there could have been two people. These are two energies, but they could also be two people. And maybe I'm wondering if that's what you were juggling between an Aquarius and an Empress, like a Taurus. Oh my gosh. And maybe what's happening here with the Two of Cups, this could also be telling me that neither of these are going to work because they're both in reverse. It's almost like, oh my gosh, you were enlightened to step away from somebody that was harsh, that you weren't working together. You weren't. I don't see any cups here either. So you were asked to move away from whatever it was. You did do that, but you were a little reluctant. Maybe there's some codependency here. The divine asked you to look at your past. You're not going to no longer have the ability to want to just look at every pretty little shiny thing that walks by. There is a reward for you, and it's because this was destiny. And there is going to be something that's going to be offered to you. There's something in your mind that you're thinking about, something that's got some kind of humanitarian type work. But you needed to drop something completely, and you didn't. I told you, I feel like this is a test. And because you failed the test, because you're still juggling two people, and you're trying to get somebody from the outside to help you make a decision when that doesn't work, I'm going to leave that in reverse. I think there were two people, these two people, the Empress and somebody that's an Aquarius, a Taurus or an Aquarius. Beautiful energies, both of them, in the upright. I think you've been rejected by both people, which is because you never let go of something completely. It's like you can't trick the divine. The divine can hear everything you think, say, feel. Oh my goodness. So you may be actually the one that ends up getting left behind, even though that would be in the upright. But it's definitely some kind of financial strife too, and that's why you were receiving. You had the opportunity to receive this. I'm not sure if it worked out for you, or like I said, this is current energy. This could have already happened, or it's about to happen, or it will happen in a day or so. Let's look at this Five of Pentacles in reverse. Give me more here. Yeah, this is the Page of Wands. Now, this is somebody that comes in with good news that you can trust. I'm not sure if you can see that. Yeah, I guess you can. So, and I'm sorry I said that. This is news you're not going to be able to rely on because it's in the reverse. This is fear of rejection. And I think that's exactly what happens here. You felt that you could keep juggling these two people and not make a decision after you were enlightened to make a decision. You're still juggling in the near future, which would be like tomorrow. You're still juggling. You're not making a complete release of something from the past that the divine asked you to do. I'm surprised there's not a Tower moment here. So anyway, this is the energy that you're unaware of. This is either a hope or a fear. This looks like hope. Let's see what the fear could be. No, it could be the same. It could be that there's an Emperor energy here that has victory. And that could, with the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles, this could be the same person. This, I believe, is their energies are swapped, or it could be one or the other, but it's both people, if that makes sense. Just one energy is like an everyday energy, and the other one's like when they're in a different frame of mind. I bet this is the Emperor that's, because look at how it goes across the entire line. You know what it is? I kind of think with the Emperor being here in this victory card, the Six of Wands, it almost makes me feel like if what I said was true, that because it looks to me like the Two of Cups person, there were two people that were being juggled on. And I know the Two of Cups doesn't mean that, but it could be. It could be the same sex. We don't know that. But it almost feels like you consider it a victory. That way you can continue to be who you are in this energy and perhaps slip back into this kind of looking at all the other pretty shiny things. Let's clarify this Page of Swords. Oh my God, yeah, that means you're going back to the same old patterns that you've done time and time again. You, in your mind, you've cut this whole situation out. It's like you viewed everything, you learned your lesson, hopefully, and you're thinking, you know, I didn't need any of that anyway. You know, I don't swear, but I'd like to at this point, but I'm not going to. But this is somebody that finally sees their own truth of what happened, perhaps, and now they're just going to cut everything out, and they're going to convert back to the old way of doing things, the same old routine, pattern after pattern after pattern, which tells me that they'll probably end up going back into that mode of just looking at everything that's pretty and then picking one or two or whatever. Oh my gosh. So, this comes back to this. Perhaps he or she represents aspects of yourself you feel you're losing touch with. You know, we are supposed to be mirrors to one another. You know, we learn from each other. And maybe this person didn't realize that these two ladies were the same. They were a lot of the same. Instead of it being, you know, these two ladies were so much alike that maybe that's why, in a way, you feel like it is a victory, because you would have been dropping one and the other one would have been the same thing. It's because you keep repeating the same thing over and over. You're not clearing karma from your previous relationships. You keep going over and you're going to keep attracting that same kind of, they're not forming. For a little bit, you know, for fun, and you know. But yeah, you're going to trip back into the old way of being. Let's clarify the Chariot. This does tell me this is the overall, well, this is to me the overall reading, but this is also just like a second part of it. God. Yeah, you're going to feel stuck in something else again. It looks to me like you're, you know, at this point, before this got laid here, it was like, this is like arrogance to me. I feel arrogance here big time. And this is you feeling like you're all proud and balanced and ready to go for your next joyride. And this is eventually, I think this is eventually what's going to end up happening to you. This is like part of the potential future. So yo-yo. Round and around. What goes around comes around. Let's get an energy card. Rest and rejuvenate. I would recommend that for sure. Rest and rejuvenate. Card number 19 if you're into numerology. I'm not that much, but I know that 1 + 9 is 10, and that actually it can be a 10, which is ending. Rest and rejuvenate. It'd be like the 4 of Swords. I'm going to get one more from the Soul's Journey. Gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Wow. Would you be happy with that? I feel like we have a player. I do. It just feels that way. Now, I could be totally wrong. If you guys have a different opinion on when I post these on the DOS Tarot, you know, on that group, please give me advice. Let me know what you think it means. I don't judge what you say. I like to learn from other people. If this is something that's happening to you, if not, or if you're just a reader and you kind of look at this and say, no, she's reading that wrong, let me know. I love mentors. I do. Love you guys. All right, that's it. Thank you. See you later. Namaste.